Hi guys, and welcome to episode 35 of Notable Needlework. I am Kate, Notable Needle, Noteable, on Ravelry, on Plurk, and on Twitter. It is Sunday, not Saturday, and I'm starting to think that this may wind up being my recording day. Just because Saturdays seem to be super busy now. I have a butt ton of stuff to get done, so I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. I feel like my homework is multiplying when I'm not looking. Anyways, I have one finished object this week, and I'm probably not going to really put it on, but this is the lace ribbon slouch hat. Ooh. The hell? And I don't know why there's this hole in it now. Huh. I'm gonna fix that real quick while I'm talking. If I ever find the end that I wove in. This is out of Vanish Choice in the black colorway. And... I think we found it. Houston, we have an end. Okay. I'm trying to find like the very end of it so I don't have to whatever, it'll be fine at this point. Not really sure what happened with that. Anyways, so this is for Haley, who is in nursing school with me. And as I discovered, there's more than one Haley in my nursing school class. And I didn't catch her last name when she asked me for this, so I guess I'm messaging both of them or trying to figure out who exactly she is tomorrow during class. There's quite a few girls in my nursing school class who look exactly the same to me. You know, long brown hair, brown eyes, and really similar looking faces. And I don't know which one she is. But anyways, she had seen my lace ribbon slouch hat, the pink one that I was wearing, and asked for one in black. So I have this one. I feel like the black one isn't quite as slouchy. I may try and block it a little bit today. It's acrylic, so I don't think it's really going to block that much, but I can try. But I think it's going to look super cute on her from what I remember she looked like. Yeah, I'm definitely going to block the body of it a little bit today. But I like it. I like the lace pattern. It was a quick, easy little knit. Works in progress. I have quite a few because I am not even close to being a monogamous knitter recently. I have the Terp Sakire shawl, which is the Knit Along with Wolf Farms podcast. And this is out of my wedding yarn, which is Highland Handmaid's Sugar Maple Sock yarn in the Mrs. Warrener colorway. I just finished row 12 of section 4, and I'm just doing the shawlette version. So I have 4 more rows of section 4, section 5, which is only 8 rows, and then the edging, which is like this entire page. And one is, you know, repeat rows 5 through 12. So I still have a little bit to go, but it's going to be a decently sized shawl. And oh, look, I no longer look completely washed out. I'm not sure. Evidently, if I hold it right there, you get to see what my face actually looks like, not the washed out. Oh, it's because the light is reflecting off of my car. Not anyone else's, my car. I love how this is turning out. I'm super excited. I have to get my butt into gear because the knit along is only through October 31st, and I have a busy week. Fortunately, it's not that busy. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I have to do, but it's not like clinical busy where I'm at the hospital for 9 to 10 hours and then come home and I'm completely and utterly exhausted. It's more go to school for like an hour, get validated on something, and then the rest of the day is free. Well, apart from homework and studying and everything. But it'll give me some time to finish that. I have an exam, a quiz, skills lab, validating on Foley and nasogastric tube insertion. I have a focused review that I have to complete online, and I have essentially a performance review tomorrow and a simulation midterm on Friday. After that on Friday, I pretty much have a week off. I don't have class that next Monday, which is Halloween. Granted, it is a clinical week, but it's not that bad. And it's our last full clinical week. So the semester, our semester has been unusual in that, I'll talk about it later. Anyways, back to knitting. So I'm going to try and have this done by October 31st. If I don't get to at least the edging this week, I'm not sure if that will happen, but this weekend I should have a lot of knitting time. So I'm looking forward to that. And either way, I'm looking forward to how it's going to turn out and wearing it and all of that fun stuff. Other works in progress, which I have to bend for, because I have like bags and boxes full of stuff to show you this week. There is not a whole lot of work done on this. Yep, it's the first row. So impressive. Anyways, so this is a pair of socks that I am knitting for one of my classmates for her to give as Christmas presents to her grandmothers. So the one grandmother is getting... She gave me artistic freedom and just said blue and red. So for blue, yes, this is purple. The colorway even has purple in it. I don't care. It's pretty. This is Knit Picks Felici self-striping in the Tyrrhenian blue colorway. Or Tyrrhenian purple. And it's these pretty blues and periwinkles and purples and lavenders. And I'm really liking, I'd say I like how they're knitting up. Obviously I don't have enough to say that I like how they're knitting up. I've seen other people's projects on Ravelry and I like how they knit up. And I am just doing, it is my first pair of 2 at a time socks, which is probably why it took me like an entire evening to cast these on. I'm doing cuff down with an afterthought heel, mostly because I have not found a cast off that I really like yet for socks. I'm okay with doing toe ups for myself because I don't really care how the the bind off edge looks on me, even if it is like kind of ruffled. But for other people, I want them to look good. So I have the purples, and then there is the... I have no idea what the colorway name is. Check the Ravelry page, I'll link it in the show notes. But it's same yarn, but a different colorway. It's a red, beautiful reds. I don't think I brought the yarn in here with me. Oh, maybe I did. I think I did. I have not cast them on yet. Yes, I did, because the needle's sticking out of the bag. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's Will singing along to the music on his computer. So this is the other colorway. It's the cochineal. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty. It's lots of berry colors. And I think that these are also going to be very pretty. They're both size 8 socks. I think that's what took me the longest, is figuring out how many stitches to cast on for size 8, because I'm size 10 and a half, and my socks are actually kind of loose on me. So it took me a while to look those up. The only other thing that is really in progress is spinning. So I started working on the giant 6-ounce merino braid that I showed last time that we got in Los Alamos. And I've maybe done a 1/2 ounce, maybe only a 1/4 ounce. And I came to the realization that this is not going to be spun up and knitted before Christmas. I don't know what I was thinking. This might be next year's Christmas present for my mom. So what I decided to do is, and this is part of my stash enhancement, because I finally rescued my bags from the post office. So what I'm going to do is, one of the prizes for the Super Knitter Podcaster for the Plurk Podcasters Challenge was this skein of wool Nysa. And it's a We're Different colorway. And there's definitely a name underneath it, and it starts with an N-E, and I don't know what it is. Anyways, it's this very pretty teal. It's prettier than it's showing up. I can't place my finger on exactly what's wrong with the picture on the camera, but it looks different. It looks more of a teal than a blue. Anyways, this yarn is going to be my mother's Christmas present. I am planning on knitting the I Heart Lace shawl, which is just a basic triangle shawl with hearts on the border. It's a very simple pattern, but I think that it will suit my mother very well. I was thinking about doing something a bit more complicated, but realistically I have too many things that I have to get done within given time periods to really do a lot with it. And I think that it will let the yarn shine through with something that's that simple, because the color is gorgeous and you get to feel the texture if it's just that simple stockinette fabric for the majority of it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that knits up. I may not be casting on for a little bit. Oh, I will have to get this done before we go, though, because I'm not bringing my blocking needles with me. I suppose I could get pins there. If it absolutely comes to it, I can get pins there and then block. But I'm going to try and have it done beforehand, so I can just block it here and be done with it. Because there are other Christmas presents that don't need to be blocked. There's hats and things like that that don't need to be blocked that I can work on there. Like socks. Actually, most of my Christmas presents this year are going to be cooking because I don't have enough time to knit everyone Christmas presents this year. So again, that's it for works in progress. The rest of my stash enhancement is I got the fantastic Podcaster Challenge bag from Knitting's My Bag, and I love it. My Terp shawl is in it right now because it is big enough to hold the pattern. And I also got this fantastic bag of goodies. I actually don't think that this is everything. I think that there was candy in here that I may have already eaten. This is not all for the Super Knitter. The vast majority of this is actually from just the regular goodie bag. I would say that if you haven't gotten yours yet, to look away, but I think I was the last one to get mine. So there is a mini skein of Miss Babs Superwash Sport and Sock Yarn, which is 82 yards. No idea what I'm going to do with it, but it is the sugar colorway. I'm sure I'll come up with something. There is a 1/2 ounce of Spinerosity mini supported fiber. I don't know what that means. Anyways, with a mini spindle in there, which I'll figure out something to do with this. I'm not sure how much I can get out of a 1/2 ounce, but I'm sure the yardage will be more considering the spindle is so lightweight. And it is a bottom whirl, so I'll have to see how that works out. What else is in here? Oh, there were stitch markers from Knitting's My Bag, which I'm also using on the Terp. Where's the one that... There's the one that's different. That you might actually be able to see. Yeah, my camera sucks. But they're sweet little stitch markers, and I like them for this. There is body lotion by L'Occitane. I have no idea what kind it is. Verbena. Anyways, there is a little pocket mirror. There's a set of knitting needles. My screen went blank again. Oh, and then these were the two that were for the Super Knitter podcaster. It is a custom knitting bag from Lois of Knitting's My Bag, which she's been looking for nursing or medical. Something smells fantastic. She's been looking for nursing or medical themed fabric for me, and I've told her, you know, take your time. I want it to be the right fabric. And then a pattern from Apple Blossom and More. I've been looking through the patterns and I have not yet decided which one I want. Fortunately, the coupon does not expire until the end of this year, so hopefully I can pick something before then. There's coupons for ethereal fibers. There's little various office supplies. What else is in here? Oh, I took things out of the bag. Oh, there's this sweet Got Yarn key tag that I haven't put on my keys yet. There is a sample of the Apple Crisp soap from Wolf Farms with a 20% off coupon on all regularly priced herbal soap bars, 4 8-ounce lotions or bath salts, which I will definitely be using at some point. And I think that that's it. There was definitely candy in there that isn't there anymore, and I'm not sure if the cats have taken anything else out of here. Entirely possible. I would not put it past them. But that is about it for knitting. I can't think of anything else for that. I just am very much looking forward to casting this on. I think this may be next, once the Terp is done, because I will be able to take this with me, at least until it gets to the lace border, and then even when it does get to the lace border, it's hearts and eyelet it's not like it requires a master's degree to be able to do it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finally being able to work with my Wollmeise for the first time ever. Nursing school. Nursing school. I have so much flippin' stuff to do, and I don't have any idea how I'm getting it all done. I know that I will. I just don't really know how that's happening right now. I am not crazy about the way that the scheduling worked out. In one of my classes, I have an exam tomorrow, on Monday. It meets once a week. Next Monday, we don't have class. The Monday after that, we have an exam. Yeah. It's unusual in that we will cover material before one exam that will be then tested on the next exam. So the last couple of lectures we will be tested on that on exam 3, even though exam 2 is tomorrow. The majority of the exam is things that I'm very familiar with. Skin integrity and alterations in skin integrity. That was my patient this week. Thank you, Dr. Hahn, for helping me review for the test. The 3 big topics on this exam are alterations in skin integrity, stroke and cardiovascular, and the nursing process, which is diagnosing, implementation, and evaluation of it's basically figuring out what's wrong, figuring out what you're going to do to make it better, doing that, and seeing how it worked. So I have my NCLEX review and my nursing textbook, and we're going to be best friends today. For everything else, the other topics are things like oxygenation, documentation, critical thinking, and I know there's one more and I can't remember what it is. But all of those have maybe like 3 questions each on the exam, whereas I think alterations in skin... immobility is the other one. Alterations in skin integrity has like 15. It's based on the number of hours that each subject was lectured on. So alterations in skin integrity was lectured on for 3 hours. So it's 15 questions. It's generally 5... It's generally 5 questions per hour. Some of them have a little bit less, some a little bit more. But that's the big one that I'm going to be focusing on. And I think we also have a lecture tomorrow that I have to read up for. But we don't have a quiz on it beforehand. This week in pathology is going to be the urinary system and things that can go wrong there. Lab is neurological exams, and then obviously the validations, the simulations, and the performance reviews. So it's a lot. I'm also going to be working on a research project. We're getting the presentation on how the library can help you and stuff like that on Tuesday, and I'm sort of waiting to really do my research until after that because I want to see exactly what sort of resources they want us looking at. I've obviously done a lot of research for scholarly articles and things like that with my first degree, but I am really just waiting to see what the criteria are for this type of paper. So last week was a clinical week. It was a difficult week, not because my patient was a medical mystery. So that was more interesting than difficult, though. It was figuring out the different possibilities of what could be causing her symptoms, which was extraordinarily varied. The biggest part was that she is currently in an abusive relationship, and her husband was there. And knowing that there's really nothing that I can do about that, so even if she does wind up getting better, she's going back to that, doesn't make it better. Because, I don't know, I was completely on top of everything this week, just really in my zone, did everything I was supposed to do and more, but I came home and I couldn't feel good about the situation because of everything that was going on with my patient and her not knowing what was causing her disease, why she wasn't getting better, why all of this weird stuff was happening to her, because even if she figures that out, she still is in that situation, and seeing the way that they interacted, yeah. Anyways, I think that's about it. I am Notable Needle, Noteable, on Ravelry, on Plurk, and on Twitter. The blog, the show notes, if you are watching this on iTunes, is at notableneedlework.blogspot.com. There is a Ravelry group, Notable Needlework podcast, that you should come check out, introduce yourself. Feel free to start threads on the board. Yeah, that's about it. My brain is sort of fried. I was literally charting all day yesterday, doing my paperwork for clinical. And now I have to study all of this stuff for foundations. So, I'm not entirely here. But yeah, I hope that you have a good week. It's finally getting cold here. There's been frost on my car the last couple days that I've had to leave early. So, fall is here, which makes me happy. Yeah, that's really it. I'm just gonna be scatterbrained right now. So, you can always contact me, and if you are watching this on iTunes, please leave a review or at least a star rating. I greatly appreciate those of you who have. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.